Happy New Year, baseball fans. There's Robbie Wartburg already showing up here at Yankee Stadium. So we've been doing a lot of stuff on Action PC 2021 and 2023, our Ned McGreevy League, the Steve Tate, or the Ned McGreevy League on Action PC 2021. A lot of Steve Tate's files lately on Action PC 2023, which I'll remind you before we get into today's festivities to check out Steve's great broadcast going in depth on reporting in Action PC. And I think when we do a little bit of Ned McGreevy this evening, what we might do is kind of do a league review before we do the game. So I think that'll be a lot of fun so that people can see where their teams are now that I understand the in-depth reporting a lot better. And this would be, it's mainly going to benefit those who don't have um, Action PC Baseball. And if you don't, why not? So, little switch back now today. I want to get this historic 16 done. I didn't realize that I thought we were in game 5. We're only in game 3 of this. Anyhow, so I wanted to bring up the matchup screen just to show you. This has been a while, the teams that were in this and who got eliminated. So the Pirates, 1971 Pirates, the only tough series they had prior to this final was against the 1929 Philadelphia Athletics, and that series went 7 games, and the Bucks won it 4-3. They faced the Brooklyn Dodgers of 1959, dispatched them 4 games to 1, and did the same 4 games to 1 to the 1948 Indians to make it here. For the New York Yankees, the Yankees really, even though the first 2 series were 4 games to 2, in the first round they defeated the 1946 Cardinals, and in the second round they defeated the 1966 Orioles. They did not steamroll. These were hard fought. And their hardest battle came against probably the underdog, or one of the underdogs. One of the underdogs was knocked out, the 1938 Cubs. Good team. But I really didn't expect them to stay in so long, and they were taken care of in the first round by the Indians of 1948. But the 1959 Go-Go Sox played the Yankees hard, and the Yankees were down 3 games to 2 and came back and did finally win 4 games to 3. That brings us to where we are now. The Yankees leading the Pirates 2 games to 0 as we head to old Yankee Stadium. There's Smelly Wrestling Geek. He is saying Happy New Year, as did Robbie. Happy New Year to you, fine gentlemen, and I hope 2023 is a great one. This is back to Adel Park 2023. This is a different beast to call, as everything is pretty much happening in real time. That's its advantages and disadvantages to broadcasting this game. One of the weaknesses of Adel Park baseball is it doesn't tell you what the hitter did his last time up to bat. So sometimes you have to remember, and sometimes you just have to wing it. Um, One of the nice things about it, though, is there's usually not a doubt as to what's happening on the field. Sometimes you have that little weight on the chalkboard in Action PC baseball. But I think these are great companion products. This is on sale until January 5th in the Steam sale for $10. You really can't beat it. It's such an amazing game. I love it. So here we go. Today we're going to see Bruce Kison taking the hill for the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford, New York Yankees. Kison in the tournament is 3-1 with a 0.83 earned run average. Whitey Ford is 5-1 with a 1.89. One of the big stories for the New York Yankees and why they've had such a struggle, but they did make it to the final, was the fact that the M&M boys, Mantle and Maris, had very cold bats, especially Mantle. Well, in this final series, those bats are waking up. So New York won the first game 7-4, and they won game 2 a little closer 6-5. So let's get to Old Yankee Stadium and game 3 of this final round of this historic 16 tournament. I just picked these teams really at random. There wasn't any sort of, I didn't set any criteria. I just picked 16 teams that I thought were really cool. The only one that might stand out to you as not being an original 16 franchise at first glance would be the Baltimore Orioles. But in fact, the Baltimore Orioles are just the relocated St. Louis Browns. The Browns had a great team in 1922, but finished one back of the Yankees. And all of the teams in this tournament went to the World Series. They didn't. And the 1944 Browns did, but they were admittedly a weak team due to the gutting of rosters in the Second World War. Smelling Wrestling Geek says, I can't remember, but does Out of the Park Baseball random debut in historical? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Which that is something that's really, really cool that you don't have in Action PC 2023. So it does have random debut, and it's kind of neat. It's kind of fun. So you can set up a debut league, and you might not have, depends on, you don't know who you're going to get. It randomizes it. So it's very, very cool. There's a lot Out of the Park does better than Action PC 2023, and there's a lot Action PC 2023 does better than Out of the Park. And I think they are great companion products. As of this iteration of Action PC 2023, though, it's definitely now my favorite baseball sim. This and Baseball for Windows are kind of tied for second, and Diamond Mine in a third. And then the other ones I play, I mostly mess around with those offline. But let's get to it. So, pre-game analytics showing this game in favor of the Yankees. And let's look at the lineups. These are pretty much unchanged as they have gone through. I should also add that I've allowed the computer to do everything, including select the lineups. So the more astute among you will notice the presence of Lee Thomas for the Yankees on this 1961 team. Thomas did not have a lot of playing time with them, but the AI, taking all his stats for the entire year, decided that he should be in here. But anyhow, here we go. So leading off and playing center field for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Gene Clines. Batting second at first base, Bob Robertson. Batting third in right field, the great one, Roberto Clemente. In the cleanup spot, left fielder Willie Stargell. Batting fifth at third base, Jose Pagan. So Richie Hebner out of the lineup tonight with a lefty pitching. And slot number 6, catching, Manny Sanguillen. Batting seventh at short, Gene Alley. Batting eighth at second base, Bill Mazeroski. And Bruce Kison on the mound, batting ninth. In 1971, Bruce Kison had a record of 6-5 with a 3.0 earned run average, a 1.35 WHIP, 5.7 strikeouts per 9 innings, and 3.4 walks per 9 innings. For the hometown New York Yankees, leading off, the Yankees lineup has not changed throughout this entire tournament. Leading off at second base, Bobby Richardson. Batting second in left field, Lee Thomas. Batting third and catching, Elston Howard. Batting cleanup, center fielder Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth in right field, Roger Maris. Batting sixth at first base, Scoonge Bill Skowron. Batting seventh, shortstop Tony Kubek. Batting eighth at the hot corner, Clete Boyer. And taking the hill and batting ninth, Whitey Ford. Ford in 1961 went 25-4 with a 3.21 earned run average, a 1.18 WHIP, 6.6 strikeouts per 9 innings, 2.9 walks. Let's get to Old Yankee Stadium for game number 3. And let me fix the sound here, which I forgot to do, like in Egypt. There we go, that's better. Maximize the window, we're ready to rock. All right, Gene Clines to lead it off here. I want to change that we get a better view of everybody here at Yankee Stadium. Let's see, do I usually, yep, wide low is what we're going to choose. Another thing about these, you can customize cameras in this, which is really, really nice. I've turned off follow ball flight and stuff like that, though. All right, Gene Clines to lead it off. Clines hit 287 in this tournament with 9 runs batted in, including a home run. We're ready to go here. Temperature at game time at Yankee Stadium is 52 degrees. The wind going out to left at 9 miles per hour. So that's roughly just about 3 degrees cooler than it is in the Commonwealth today. An unusually warm January. We'll take it. We will take it. The chairman of the board ready to get this game underway, and here we go. Welcome to Yankee Stadium. Whitey Ford with the delivery to Kleins. Kleins cuts on this one. Good contact to second, but Richardson has it onto Skowron for out number 1. First baseman Bob Robertson hitting just 187, but 9 runs batted in, 6 home runs. Robertson had a pretty good bat in 1971, but in this tournament, a little cool, good contact, excellent power. Elston Howard, Gold Glove catcher, sets the sign for Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford delivers to Robertson. Robertson swings, hard hit ground ball to second. And once again, it's going to be Richardson to Skowron. 2 up, 2 down here in the first. For right fielder Roberto Clemente. Clemente hitting 293, 12 runs batted in, 3 home runs. Howard sets up for Ford. Here is the 2-2 pitch to Clemente. Clemente swings, weak grounder to short. Kubek coming in on that ball, and the throw across, and that's the 6-3 put out. The Bucks go quietly. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Pittsburgh nothing, and the Yankees coming to bat. Bobby Richardson will lead it off here for the Bronx Bombers against Kison and the Buccos. Richardson hitting .330, 12 runs batted in with 2 homers. The other thing you can do with out-of-the-park baseball is you can get a more detailed statistics on left and right side if you want. I just think for game purposes, these are good enough. It gives me average home runs, RBI, stolen bases, which is good enough for this. Richardson ready to bat against Kison. Kison has the sign from Manny Sanguillen. Bucco's very strong up the middle with Ali and Mazeroski. Gold gloves on the infield. Kison with the 0-2 delivery now. Here's the pitch to Richardson. Richardson swings right through this. Big cut and a miss. Strike 3. So Bruce Kison bringing the fastball to retire Richardson. That brings up Lee Thomas hitting 276 runs batted in for him. Lefty digs in. Here's Kison's full count delivery to Thomas. The payoff pitch misses outside, ball 4. This one a bit wide, and Lee Thomas aboard. So the Yankees with a runner on, 1 out for catcher Elston Howard, who is hitting .253 with a home run and 13 runs batted in. Kison checks the runner, payoff pitch to Howard, and Howard swing and a miss. So 2 strikeouts for Bruce Kison in the game, 2 down, and that brings up Mickey Mantle. Mantle hitting .158, 10 runs batted in, 2 home runs in this tournament. Thomas about 3 steps off first. Kison peers in, has the sign from Sanguillen. Here's the pitch. Mantle sends this one high to center field. Klein's drawn a beat on it, and he will make a catch. And that's it. The Yankees get a hit. They strand one, and we go to the top of the second. And it is scoreless here. So the Bucks down 2 games to nothing. Need to win the next 2 at Yankee Stadium. Of course, the next 3 are in Yankee Stadium. Here is Willie Stargell, chicken on the hill with Will. 6 runs batted in, 3 homers, a .227 average. Whitey Ford now winds, and the 2-2 pitch to Stargell. Stargell cuts on this. This one's going to be into center field. This is going to get down in front of Mantle for a base hit. So the Bucks get the first hit in the ball game. Runner on first, and here is Jose Pagan. Pagan being platooned along with Richie Hebner, with a lefty in there today pitching. We'll probably see Hebner later, possibly as a pinch hitter. Pagan in the tournament hitting a good .318, 2 runs batted in. Stargell no speed at first. Southpaw Ford with the 2-0 to Pagan. Pagan swings, base hit, center field, so the Bucco bats coming alive here. Stargell's going for 3. Here's the throw to third. Stargell with the slide, and easily in there. So the Bucks with 2 hits, runners at the corners. Pagan at first, Stargell at third for Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen is hitting .296, 5 runs batted in with a home run. Sanguillen, an excellent contact hitter, and for a catcher, if he gets on, Sanguillen has some speed. Whitey Ford works in the stretch. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Here is Ford's delivery to Sanguillen. Sanguillen swings this one laced to right, and Roger Maris drops the ball. Roger Maris drops the ball, but the Buccos not sure. Looks like that one went off into foul territory. So 0-1 as that one gets into foul territory. Score that one an error, E9. Ford once again from the stretch, and the 1-1 to Sanguillen. Sanguillen, little chopper to third, and the only play by Clete Boyer will be the first to retire the runner, but Willie Stargell scores, and the Bucs jump out to a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second as D. Scott Howard comes in and in all caps yells, "Happy New Year, everybody." Well, Happy New Year to you, D. Scott Howard, as well. Hope 2023 is going to be awesome for everybody. All right, the Bucs with a runner in scoring position. Jose Pagan at second for Gina Alley. Gina Alley hitting .214 with 5 runs batted in, including a home run in the tournament. Ford checks Pagan. Pagan not a lot of speed at second. The chairman of the board deals the 1-0 to Alley. Alley swings deep in the hole to third. Up with it is Boyer. And Boyer on to Skowron for out number 2. Pagan will hold second. And here's Bill Mazeroski. Maz hitting .288, 4 runs batted in, including a home run. Maz would have faced this, of course, this New York Yankee, a version of this New York Yankee team in 1960. Bill Mazeroski, best known in baseball for that big home run to give the Pirates the World Series victory in a 9-8 score in a very crazy back-and-forth game at Forbes Field. Mazeroski, though, a very, very good second baseman. Ford pitching with 2 down and the 2-1 to Maz. Mazeroski swings, grounded to second. Should be no problem for Richardson on to Skowron, and that's the 4-3 put out, but the Pirates pick up a run on 2 hits. There was an error. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh as we go to the bottom of the second. And due up for the Yankees will be Maris, Skowron, and Kubek. Roger Maris faring a little bit better than that other M&M boy. He's hitting .219 with 12 runs batted in, including 3 round trippers. Bruce Kison, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. Kison with a 3-0 to Maris. Maris lays off this one inside, ball 4. Maris has walked 17 times now in this tournament, and that brings up first baseman Bill Skowron. Skowron hitting .221, 9 runs batted in, and a home run. Maris not too fast there at first. This Yankee lineup not necessarily known for its speed. Kison with 3-0 to Skowron, and Skowron lays off. This one away, ball 4, so that's the second, or the third free pass issued by Kison, the second in this inning. So Kison, who's very sharp in the first, now a little shaky here in the second. 2 men on, nobody out here in the Yankees second for Tony Kubek, hitting .312, 7 runs batted in, and a home run in the tournament. Sanguillen sets the target for Kison. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and this one, high fly ball to right, giving chase is Clemente, and getting it in the corner by the stands for the first out. So great play by Roberto Clemente, covering a lot of ground in this big ballpark. Very short right field porch in Yankee Stadium, built to, that would benefit, of course, Babe Ruth immediately, but also other great hitters such as Lou Gehrig, Mantle, and then fans out to the center, and then very deep left field in comparison. So, but Ruth, Gehrig, and Mantle just smashed them everywhere. So that's not to imply that they got their great home run totals because they played in Yankee Stadium, but that short right field porch, very friendly to lefties. Clete Boyer now in the box, hitting just .194, 7 runs batted in, and a home run. 2 on, 1 out. Kison has walked 2 in the inning. The 0-2 pitch. Boyer looks at a called third, strike 3. Boyer thought that was a bit outside, but the man in blue rings him up. So 2 down for Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford is 0 for 11 in the tournament. Kison has the sign. The 0-2 pitch to Ford.
Strike 3.
Ford cuts and misses. Strike 3. So the New York Yankees strand 2, and that's it. 2 walks. And it is still the Pirates 1, Yankees nothing as we head to the top of the 3rd. The Yankees will send up Bruce Kison, and then the top of the order, Gene Kleins and Bob Robertson. So Kison 2 for 12. So looking like Ty Cobb in comparison to Whitey Ford in terms of hitting. The lefty winds and deals to his mound opponent. Payoff pitch to Kison.
Strike 3.
Kison cuts and misses. Strike 3. So Whitey Ford with his first strikeout on the fastball. This one going a little outside. Kison chasing a bit. Back at the top of the order for Gene Kleins. Bucko center fielder. Bats from the right. Superb contact hitter and excellent speed. The key for all these teams in the tournament has been to keep Gene Kleins off the base paths. Kleins has also made some brilliant plays in center throughout this tournament. Ford works the 0-1 pitch now to Gene Kleins. Kleins swings, hard hit grounder to short. Up with his Kubek on to Skowron for the 6-3 putout. 2 up, 2 down for Pittsburgh as first baseman Bob Robertson strides to the plate. Robertson nothing for 1 on the day. The chairman of the board wheels and deals. Robertson swings in the first pitch. Easy fly ball to right field, going over toward the foul line, and making the catch is Roger Maris. So the Bucks go quietly, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's Pittsburgh 1, New York nothing. Due up, Bobby Richardson. We're back at the top of the order for New York. Lee Thomas and Elston Howard. So everybody in this New York lineup thus far is 0 for 1. Bruce Kison, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks through 2. Kison delivers the 1-0 to Bobby Richardson. Struck out last time. Richardson sends this one to right field. Coming in for it, routine for Clemente. 1 up, 1 down, and we bring up Lee Thomas. Kison toes the rubber, the 1-2 to Thomas. Thomas swings. This one popped high on the infield, calling for it, and making the catch is Bill Mazeroski, calling off Gene Alley, coming over from short. So 2 up, 2 down for the Yanks. And here's Elston Howard. Sanguin sets the target for Kison. Kison the leg kick, and the 1-2 to Howard.
Strike 3.
Howard called strike 3 in the outside corner. Kison, except for that little tiny lapse back in the 2nd, getting his mojo back. The Yankees go 1, 2, 3, and we go to the top of the 4th. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. The Pirates will send up Roberto Clemente, Willie Stargell, and Jose Pagan. Hope you guys are enjoying this game. It's a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun to get this one done. So Clemente 0 for 1 against Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford has struck out a batter. Here's the delivery, the 1-1. Clemente swings, grounder to short. Kubek has it, plenty of time. A little bit of a high throw to Skowron. But 6-3 put out of Clemente, 1 down for Willie Stargell. Stargell 1 for 1. Lefty Ford with the 1-2 to Wilver Dornell Stargell.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3 down the middle. And this one a changeup, so Ford pulling the string and freezing Stargell. 2 down for Jose Pagan. So 2 Bucko hits in this game. Stargell and Pagan owning those hits. Whitey Ford delivers. gun. First pitch swinging, grounder to Kubek. Kubek sets the 6-3. This throw a little low to Skowron, but that retires the side. Pittsburgh goes in order. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Bucks 1 and the Yankees nothing. Mickey Mantle will lead it off here. So the number 4, 5, 6 hitters for the New York Yankees will be followed by Roger Maris, Bill Skowron. Mantle digs in, batting from the left against righty Kison. Sanguillen with the signs. Kison with the 0-2 delivery to the Mick. Mantle swings, and this is going to be a base hit to center field, line drive. Mantle getting good contact on that. Mantle making the wide turn at first, thought about two. One thing you got to remember about Mickey Mantle, even though he played with unceasing pain in the knees, Mickey Mantle was fast on the base paths. We think of him as the game's preeminent switch hitter in terms of power, but Mickey Mantle had some speed. Bucks will need to watch that as Roger Maris steps to the dish. So the Yankees pick up their first base hit thanks to the Mantle single. Kison now working 2-2 pitch to Maris. Maris swings, grounder to second. Maz up with it to Alley and back to Robertson for the 4-6-3 double play. Beautifully executed by the Pirates. 2 down, and that will bring up first baseman Bill Skowron. Bill Skowron walked against Kison his last time up. Kison now with the 1-2 delivery. Skowron looks at a called third, strike 3. So side retired, and we go to the 5th. It's still 1-0 Pittsburgh. Robbie, well, we're in the top of the 5th. We got to try to get to 9. Robbie Wartburg saying, "Come on, Yankees, lose already." All right, Manny Sanguillen, Gene Alley, and Bill Mazeroski to bat against Whitey Ford. Sanguillen with an RBI in the game. Lefty Ford delivers to the Bucko catcher. Here is the 1-2. Sanguillen cuts and misses. Strikeout number 3 for Whitey Ford. That curveball. And here is Gene Alley. Ford nods, has one, sets and fires the 1-1 to Gene Alley. Alley swings, grounded to third. Clete Boyer up with it, cross to Bill Skowron for the 5-3 putout. 2 away here in the Pirate 5th, and that brings up Bill Mazeroski. Second baseman digging in. Ford sets, and here is the payoff pitch to Maz. Mazeroski grounded out his last time up, and it looks like he's going to fly out to Mickey Mantle this time, and indeed he does. So side retired. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the Pirates 1 and the Yankees nothing. Bruce Kison with 6 strikeouts and 3 walks through 4 innings of work. Tony Kubek will lead it off for the Yankees, followed by Clete Boyer and Whitey Ford. Robbie Wartburg says, even in digital games, they are the stinkies to him. Probably the most hated franchise in baseball. I hate the Yankees ownership, but I will say that this storied franchise certainly deserves its status. When you think back to players like Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle, DiMaggio, Jackson, Ford, oh my God, right? Derek Jeter. The list goes on and on. The Yankees, there's no denying, even if you hate them, great, 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 and the winningest franchise in baseball history. Was very happy that the Yankees didn't make the World Series this year, though. I really thought it was going to be a Yankees-Dodgers series. So glad I was wrong. All right, Kison ready to face now Tony Kubek. Here is the delivery from Kison. He's into his line, and here's the pitch. First pitch swinging, base hit, center field. Gene Klein's up with that ball. Gets it back in quickly. So the Yankees picking up their second hit of the game. These teams tied in hits, but the if you look at the line, everything's mirrored. The Bucks 1-2-0, and the Yankees 0-2-1. Here's Clete Boyer now, part of the Boyer family, brother of Ken Boyer and Cloyd Boyer, so 3 Boyers in baseball. And if somebody would please take out that trash, I would appreciate it. And if not, I guess I will get to it. And boom. Never mind, I got it. So I just need to do one more thing. And also put them in timeout. So there we go. All right, anyhow, back to game action. Good thing I checked the chat a lot. All right, Clete Boyer steps in. Kison into his motion. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Boyer, runner on.
Strike
Boyer
three.
cuts and misses, swing and a miss. So a little slider by Bruce Kison, and that's strikeout number 7, 1 down. Kubek holds it first. And here's Whitey Ford. Corners in, looking bunt. That's all right, Robbie, no problem. I'm usually pretty fast at it, but I kind of wait in case. So no problem. Jester used to comment how I would be super fast doing that, and I am. But out of the park baseball is a little harder to call than action PC, because so in action PC I can just mouse over, see what the player did. I can see him up there at the plate, right? But once that pitcher goes in the windup, these things disappear, and I have to remember, okay, who's batting, who's pitching, whatever. So this one is a little bit more of a challenge. It's also a little faster paced. So, but it's all good, buddy. No need to say you're sorry. All right, back to game action. 1 aboard, 1 out, 1-0 Bucko lead. Kison delivers now to Ford. Ford gets the bunt down. It's a good one. Sanguian will go to first. So Whitey Ford, with the sacrifice, moves Kubek to second, and we go back to the top of the order and Bobby Richardson. Kison checks Kubek at first. Average speed for Tony Kubek. I don't expect him to try to steal third on Sanguian, who has that really, he's got a rifle for an arm back there. Kison comes home with it, payoff pitch, and Richardson lays off, and Kison delivers his 4th free pass in the game. So 7 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 aboard for the Yanks, 2 down for Lee Thomas. Lee Thomas, excellent contact hitter. Kison delivers now to Lee Thomas. Thomas swings. This one, liner to right. Clemente up with it. Here's the throw home, and they are going to flash the stop sign. Running on Roberto Clemente can be akin to suicide. However, bases are juiced for Elston Howard. Elston Howard has to pop in the bat. Only 1 home run in this tournament, but Elston Howard, tough hitter. Kison needs to make a big pitch right here. So Clemente's arm saving the tying run crossing the plate, preventing the tying run to cross the plate. So Kison working from the stretch outfield, shifted a bit to the right for Elston Howard. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Howard swings, fly ball, right field. Clemente going back on this one at the wall and makes the catch. So Roberto Clemente, the hero here in the bottom of the 5th, turning the Yankees away with the bases open. We go to the top of the 6th. That was a big inning for the Bucks. It's still 1-0, so the Yankees let a big opportunity go by the board, or as Ernie Harwell said, they had a chance but could not convert. Bruce Kison will lead it off here in the back of the Pirate order with Gene Clines and Bob Robertson. Tim Robbie, there you go. I'm sure they'll listen to you too. All right. Whitey Ford has struck out 3 batters. He's not walked a batter yet. Southpaw works the 1-2 to his mound opponent.
Strike 3.
Swings. Strike 3. And I rarely look at the play-by-play here, But Out of the Park tries to do some cute things too, and I like this one. Kison goes down swinging like Sonny Liston. So nice little touches. There's some decent play-by-play in Out of the Park baseball, but since its focus is more on the on-field action, a lot of times you will miss it. But it's got a good play-by-play, and for you guys that watched my video about Out of the Park Baseball 8 and downloaded it, it's a free download, you'll find it has a very, very good play-by-play actually. Really good. Not quite to Diamond Mind or Baseball for Windows level, but pretty damn good. So that usually gets ignored because it doesn't sync up well on the field. There's kind of a little fix for it, but it still doesn't sync perfectly. And I get it. But I like that. He goes down swinging like Sonny Liston, referring to that Ali, well, that time Cassius Clay, Sonny Liston fight, when Cassius Clay, a.k.a. Muhammad Ali, won the World Heavyweight Championship. Met the Beatles. The Beatles met Ali, which is really cool. Cassius Clay, I should say. So their connection a little bit with boxing. Paul McCartney is a big baseball fan. So it's full circle. Ford delivers now to 2-1 to Gene Klein. It's grounded out back in the third. Klein swings and he's going to ground out to Kubek. Kubek up with it across to Skowron. 6-3 for the put out and 2 down for Bob Robertson. Whitey Ford now peers in, has the sign, toes the rubber, and the 1-2 pitch. Robertson flied out last time. Robertson swings, grounder, and Cleet Boyer boots the ball, and Robertson gets to first, and that is the second New York Yankee error. Boyer went to throw the ball, and it just dropped right out of his hand, and that's a Gold Glove third baseman out there. Also Gold Glove for Bobby Richardson, and second Gold Gloves in the outfield with Mantle and Maris, and behind the dish and Howard. So, but the best players are going to make errors as well. So the Bucks with a runner aboard, and here's Roberto Clemente. Clemente making a couple fine plays to turn these Yankees away last inning. Clemente with superb contact and above average power. Clemente able to get his 3,000th hit at the end of the 1972 season before his untimely death on Christmas Eve, or New Year's Eve of 1972 on a mercy mission to Nicaragua. Ford now 2 down. Winds and the 1-1 to Clemente. Clemente swings, and this is going to be a little blooper to left, just over the head of Bobby Richardson, and the Bucks pick up their third base hit. In the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, that one's going to read like a line drive tomorrow. So 2 on for the Bucks, and here's Willie Stargell swinging the bat, and the Pirates can pad this razor-thin 1-0 lead. Stargell has a hit in 2 attempts. Lefty-lefty matchup. Whitey Ford delivers to the Bucko slugger. Here's the 1-2.
Strike 3.
And Stargell, that was a knee buckler called third. Strike 3. Or strike 3. That was a long night last night. Just put it that way. The Buccos strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Pirates clinging to a 1-0 lead here in Game 3. Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, and Bill Skowron. Well, they are, because they're the most obvious with it. But again, you know, I mean, Out of the Park's got excellent play-by-play, and so does Action PC, but the focus for those games more in the field. If you think about Baseball for Windows and Diamond Mine Baseball, their focus, right, there's no animation. You just see runners advancing, you know, flip, whatever. But yeah, great play-by-play, and I'm still going to give the edge as far as play-by-play, purely text-wise, to Diamond Mine Baseball. Now, had Diamond Mine also had Marty Harwell type announcer, well, but not knocking any of those games. I play all these games. They're awesome. Diamond Mine I play the least on the channel because people don't like Diamond Mine Baseball, and that's kind of sad. But well, Hate what you hate, love what you love, right? Mantle 1 for 2. Kison 7 strikeouts, 4 walks, 1-0 lead. Here's the 2-2 to Mantle. Mantle swings, and this one is going to get down in front of Clemente. Base hit. So hit number 4 for the Yanks, and Mantle aboard. So Mantle seeing Kison pretty well today. That's 2 hits. And here's Roger Maris now. Mantle, good lead at first. Here is the 3-0 to Maris. Maris lays off. This pitch way inside. And 5-3 pass issued by Bruce Kison. 2 aboard, the faster runner in scoring position is Mickey Mantle. Brings in Will Scoury. Kison needing to bear down again. Last inning, the Yankees left him loaded. No one attempted genie or poke the tiger too much. Mr. Kison. Sanguian sets the target. Here's the delivery to Skowron. Skowron swings, liner to left, and this one's going to go for extra bases and easily tie the game. Stargell still not getting to the wall. 1 run in, the Yankees flashing the stop sign. Curiously enough, so Mantle scores. They stop Roger Maris at third. Skowron with an RBI double. So interesting choice not to send Maris. He doesn't have a lot of speed, but we talked about that deep, deep left field here at Yankee Stadium. And Yankees look like their strategy is going to be to chip away, and they're starting. So that hanging curveball, RBI, we are tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Kison having to work the stretch. Still nobody out for Tony Kubek. Kison delivers from the stretch. The 1-0 to Kubek. Kubek sends this to the shallow center. Stargell coming in, makes the catch, the throw home, and they're going to hold Maris up. That one made sense. So 1 down. And here is third baseman Clete Boyer. Boyer 0 for 2 against Kison in the box. Kison once again from the stretch. Boyer, they're going to potentially walk Clete Boyer at first base over. Makes sense with the pitcher coming up. So Whitey Ford, will see whether New York decides to allow Whitey Ford to bat. Indeed they do. Here is the 0-1, and Ford smacks this one all the way down to the corner and left, and that's going to be 2 RBI. Ford, here comes the third. It's going to be a RBI double. Whitey Ford, just like that. Ford is once again turning around the Pirates. Yankees win the lead here at the bottom of the 6th. That one is definitely a replay. So Kison, maybe a little bit overconfident, tried to do a little slider action on Ford. Ford just tattooed that ball. So let's look at the replay. Ford just got all of that, all the way down the line. Stargell going for it. And then a rather anemic throw from left field to Stargell. And that gives Boyer time to make it score as well. So 3 runs in. Runner now still in scoring position. And here's Bobby Richardson back at the top of the Yankees order. So Robbie says, I guess I find myself giving love to those games don't match their community. Now so do I. I mean, I love them still. Love them very much. So Kison now works to Richardson. Here is the 0-1 pitch. Bobby Richardson swings liner to left, and Stargell making a nice running catch on that liner. That one could have been extra bases. Ford moves to second, 2 down from Lee Thomas, who's 1 for 2. So the Bucks holding a 1-0 lead until the 6th inning, and 4 runs to score for the Yankees. It's 4-1. Pirates down 2 games to nothing in this final round. They cruised to the final round. except for round 1. But in rounds 2 and 3, they absolutely just manhandled the Dodgers and the Indians. Kison delivers now to Thomas. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. This one a liner to the monuments in center field. That's going to be the 5th New York run. Thomas will stop at second. Whitey Ford will score, so RBI double, and it's now 5.
Good, Shannon.
Important to remember at this time, too, that those monuments out there were in play. They were in play. So, I know later on they were put behind a sort of wall or something, but they were actually the field of play like on the track. Imagine running into Ruth Gary or Huggins at that time. How fun that would be. So Elston Howard bats with 2 down and the runner scoring position in the box. It's falling apart for him. For them, the Yankees with 5 here in the 6th. Kison into that sidearm delivery.
Strike 3.
Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Bruce Kison gets strikeout number 8, but the damage has been done. New York scores 5 times. We go to the top of 7. The Bucks have a lot of work to do, to say the least. It's 5-1 Yankees. Due up Jose Pagan, Manny Sandia, and Gina Alley. Pagan 1 for 2 against the chairman of the board, who has 5 strikeouts in the game. Howard sets the target forward with the 1-0 delivery to Jose Pagan, who rounded out his last time up. Pagan swings. Liner, this one past Boyer at third, so the Bucks picking up their 4th base hit of the game. Runner aboard. Pagan thinking about second. Moves at first. Here's Manny Sandia now. He's over 2 with that. So one of the things with out of the park baseballs, if you watch the replay occasionally, you will see what the hitter did his last time up. So your eyes are going all over the field in this game. All right, Ford do his motion, and Sandia, weak grounder to short. Kubek will just get the lead runner. Hard slide by Pagan, break up, touch it up play. So Sandia aboard. And here's late hitting shortstop Gene Allen, 2. Sandia, as I said earlier in the game, decent speed for the catcher. Ford now works the 1-1 throw over. Sandia. They got him. It looked like they got him. Oh my goodness gracious. So let's look at the replay. Looks like Sandia fell asleep at the plate at the first. Yep, the tag does get him. So that they're going to call that a pickoff or a caught stealing, whatever they want to call it. He is out, 2 down. That is huge, huge play. Ford delivers now the 1-1. And routine grounder to second. And up with it is Richardson to Scout in 7th inning stretch time. It's the Yankees 5. It's 1. Robbie is moving here. All right, back to game action here in the 7th. And the Yankees will send up the heart of their order. Mantle, Maris, and Skowron. Mick is 2 for 3 in this game. Bruce Kison will do up second. We go to the Pirate 8th. Danny Murtaugh will most assuredly be coaching the match. Probably see how long. Kison now. Payoff pitch to Mantle, pitching around Mantle. Mantle swings, fly ball to center field. Gene Kleins, though, hadn't played perfectly. 1 up, 1 down. So Mantle's frustrations continue as Roger Maris steps in. Maris also nothing. Evidently was kind of 2 to Maris. Walked his last time. Maris swings, liner, sinking liner to left, but Willie Stargell making a nice play on that. So 2 away for Bill Skowron. Skowron is 1 for 2 in the contest with the run back today. Kison deals to him. And Skowron, little blooper into left. Clemente coming fast, making a great play. No runs, hits, no errors, nobody left. Top of the 8th we go. It's 5-1 Yankees. Bill Mazeroski, Bruce Kison, and Gene Clines due to bat for the Pirates. Maz nothing for 2 against Ford. Ford winds and fires. Maz flied out the last time. Mazeroski swings, grounder first. Skowron up with it, tosses on the Ford cover for the 3-1 putout. 1 down, and instead we will see Remy Stennett come in to pinch hit. So Bruce Kison stays done. Despite striking out 6 batters, he also struck out 8, walked 6. So Kison, a very shaky performance, and fell apart in the 6th for Bruce. It was a great game for the first 5, though. Elm holding the Yankees scoreless. Stennett in this tournament hitting .385 with 2 runs batted in. He was 5 for 13. Stennett has mainly just seen pitch hitting duties. We'll see whether Danny Murtaugh will allow Stennett to actually stay in the game, perhaps taking over for either Gina Alley or Bill Mazeroski. Whitey Ford with the 2-1. Stennett swings, liner to center. This will get down. Mano playing this one on the hop, so the Bucks picking up their 6th base hit. Or their 5th base hit, I'm sorry. So Stennett aboard with speed, and we're back at the top of the order with Gene Clines. 1 out. Clines nothing for 3. Strong arm back there in Elston Howard. I don't expect Danny Murtaugh to try anything terribly risky. Ford, however, checks the speedy Stennett at first. Ready to deal now to Gene Clines. Clines swings, grounder to short, and the hard slide breaks up this double play. So 2 down. Gene Clines aboard at first. Bob Robertson, a swing in the back, put the Bucks within range. Robertson, unfortunately, nothing for 3 in the ball. Whitey Ford checks the speedy Clines at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Robertson rounds into Kubek. Kubek on to Richardson, and that does it. So the Bucks strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 5-1 Bob Johnson in now, relief for the Pittsburgh Pirates. No record in the tournament. He's worked 5 innings, given up 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 5. He faced Kubek, Lee Boyer, and Whitey Ford. Gone moves to 3rd. Let me see if we have any other defensive substitutions. We do not. So Gone started at 3rd. So Remy Stennett just sits down. My laps. I'm so used to seeing Richie have usually late inning Mazeroski. It's usually a substitution for Maz. Keep him with Maz. Righty Johnson delivers the 2-0 pitch to Tony Kubek. Flied out his last time up. Kubek sends this sinking liner to center. Gene Clines, what a catch in center. Great catch. Just full out body extension and slides about 20 feet. He had so much momentum going. So 1 down, and here is Cleve Boyer. Nothing for 2. Johnson into the wind of the 0-1 pitch. Struck out his last time up. This time, a little grounder short. Up with it is Gene Alley on Bob Robertson. This is sweet put out. 2 up, 2 down for Whitey Ford. 1 for 2 with 3 runs batted in. RBI double back in the 6th. Johnson now works to the chairman of the board. The 0-1 pitch. Ford swings. High fly ball to center field. Clines ranging to his right. Stargell coming over. Clines calling him off. And making the catch. Pirates with 3 chances to tie here. And they will set up 3, 4, 5 hitters. Roberto Clemente with his charge on the save and gun. I wouldn't be surprised to see Richie Hefner come in to pinch hit for the gun. We will see. Clemente 1 for 3 in the game. A couple great plays in right field. Ford, the 0-1 to Clemente. Clemente swings. High fly ball to right field. This one has distance. Maris going back at the wall. Makes the catch. Clemente gave it a ride, but to no avail. 1 down. There's Willie Starger, 1 for 3. Howard sets the target. Ford with the 2-2 delivery to Buckle, the hitter.
Strike 3.
Hudson misses. 2 down. Starger has struck out 3 times in the game. Whitey Ford hanging on K number 6. And here's Jose Gunn. Looks like Montas going to let him bat. Payoff pitch coming in now to Jose Gunn, who's 2 for 3. Gunn swings, grounded to Boyer. Boyer up with it. Across Scouring, and that's the ball game. And the Yankees take a 3-game to nothing lead. Pittsburgh Pirates in the final round. Final score 5-1. Game recap now. So for the victorious New York Yankees, 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. The Pittsburgh Pirates, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. New York Yankees are 1 game away from a sweep after beating the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates 5-1 at Yankee Stadium today. Yankee left-hander Whitey Ford had a standout performance in which he threw 9 innings of 5-hit ball. Yankees now hold a 3-0 advantage in this best of 7 in this final round. 117 pitch effort, Ford allowed 1 run on 5 hits over 9 innings. He didn't walk anybody and he struck out 6th. So the Bucks now on the ropes. On the ropes. And let's go ahead and leave this game. And we'll finish today. So when next we visit this historic 16 tournament, we'll see Nellie Bryles against Ralph Terry. So let's go ahead and return to the Out of the Park main screen, and that will do it. Robbie Wartburg says, damn Yankees. All right, so low viewership today, but it was fine. We picked up a couple likes, which is nice. So thank you to Robbie Wartburg, to D. Scott Howard, Smelly Wrestling Geek for coming in and hanging out a little bit for some afternoon baseball. We'll see you guys next time. Take care and happy, happy, happy New Year. All right. Bye. You're welcome, D. Scott. You bet. And again, a happy, happy New Year to everybody.